Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the Shattered Lands, back to the Shield Wardens. Here we are, continuing on our wonderful story. When last we left off, the party had procured a ship, of which Hendrix had spoke to the shipwrights to make a few modifications, and kind of assumed the captaincy of the ship. Set off, heading towards Hellat, an island that has sent emissaries around to the various islands and bringing gifts of callers. And I don't even think they even looked at what else was in the boxes before they left. So sending that around to all the different islands, the party deciding that speed was of importance here, took off and is heading towards Hellat. So we rejoin our party as the ship, now covered with a layer of mist or fog itself, heads towards an island covered with wisps of mist flowing off of it. Almost looking like a giant cloud with just here and there bits like of the lower part of the island peeking through these layers of mist as it like kind of flows over the edges of the island itself. Let's go to our group. Hey guys. So, a couple things before we get into the actual island part itself. As you made your way to Hellat, what were everyone kind of doing? Because it took a couple of days, but was there anything in particular people were doing to either aid the voyage or to make things happen on their own, like do whatever prep they wanted to do?
I would probably been trying to understand the bond with this ship more, trying to see the limitations, see if like I can give it commands, and while I'm trying to see the radius of it, like would I be able to send it off and call it back when needed for such?
Okay. I think we kind of touched a little bit on this. You can, while aboard the ship, you can kind of give it mental commands anyways. Now, you haven't really been off the ship since forming this bond, so the extent and the distance of this kind of bond, I'm not sure.
Would I be able to ask the ship if it knew the extent, if it feels it's powerful enough to receive messages further than just the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely welcome to communicate. So you do this mentally, or
yeah, I'll go up to the stern, put my hands, and just say the message in my head.
Okay. Well, seeing as I've been a ship for what now, 3 days?
By doing a good job.
Condescending prick.
That was sincere.
Anyways, I think there's at least a little bit of a distance you may call upon me, but I'm not sure the full realm of it. It's something I guess you could test if you leave me somewhere.
Okay. A test it would have to be.
All just mental, yeah? You're not saying this out loud?
Yeah. I'm just like this.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You look like you're peeing, but you're not peeing.
I was just talking. No, I was just talking to the ship. There seems to be, and I'll pull you in closer and like whisper, like obviously trying to not let the ship hear, and be like, someone's soul attached to the ship.
I'm sorry. You very quietly. Did you say someone's soul is attached?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'm not 100% sure who it is, but it might be someone that probably deserved to die.
Who do you think it is?
Who do we know that deserved to die?
A lot of people.
Are you saying Senator Hellas?
Shh. I put my hand on your mouth. Nod.
Yes. Wow.
So she's pretty much accepted. She is now Midnight Garden. She's just working on a relationship, I guess, from there.
Okay. What do you mean? Work on a relationship? What do you mean?
Well, I can talk to the ship, but it's got an attitude at the moment.
That's not ideal. Kind of don't really want her to turn upside down and just flip us off. And then just flip us off.
Well, I can, while on the ship, I figured out I can give it commands, which is useful. I don't have to be at the helm.
Can you do it when you're not on the ship?
I haven't been off the ship yet.
Do you want to go off the ship?
Well,
I could fly on him.
Cast what? Fly.
Fly.
Then I will fly off. I'll get the
grab
ship
hold of something very solid as quickly as possible, just in case.
Yeah, the ship slows to a stop as best as, a ship with full sails, floating in air can. Seems to reduce its speed.
I think if Hendrix comes out, he'll see Pios flying around on his wild boar. Or not boar, badger. Now. Yeah, boar now. Sorry. I've got baloney stuck in my head.
My eyes. What the hell am I seeing?
You'd see Pios flying around on Phoebus, his wild badger, or his giant badger to be exact, that can now fly. Only temporarily. So.
And Hendrix, you would hear in your head, you do know that the creation of us is kind of a state secret, or at least not for the masses.
It's my team. I trust him.
He's got a big mouth.
He does. And it works.
Okay. You're the boss. How far away do you fly? How long does fly last?
I did not tell him.
Yeah.
He just flew off. As he flew off, and he's about 200 meters away at this point, I went, should have told him how long it lasts for. He'll be fine.
No, I'm not 100% sure how long it lasts for. So I'm just going to fly until it doesn't anymore.
Wait. But are you going to be flying above the ship? Or in a direction away from the ship?
Yeah, I'll go straight up. I'll go straight up to see if I can get above the cloud line. And then that way I can...
Lucius, can you see him? I can't see him. Lucius?
So how long does it actually last for? And then we'll figure out the math, how high I go.
Oh, God, that's a really good point. Okay, hold on 1 second. Casting with things.
Each round, if I dash, I do 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, let's hope it's less than a minute, right? Because it would be terrible if it lasted for...
an hour or something like that. 10 minutes.
Hold on.
Well, I'll go as high as I can or until I break the cloud line, whichever one's first.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's only 10 minutes. You know what is concentration, though? And you're going straight up. I think when I lose sight of you, I'm going to just break that.
Well, it's tough. Are you... I guess during the open voyage, Hendrix, you didn't emit the cloud, your personal cloud yet. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So he could go up for a while.
Because I was going to say 10 minutes at 60 feet per round. So 600 feet per minute would be 6,000 feet. So that would be a mile away.
Yeah. So I shoot up above the cloud line then, because that would probably break.
Yeah.
Take a look around and see if I can still communicate with the boat. The boat.
Yeah.
The ship.
So you're probably about a quarter mile or so up from the ship itself. And you seem to still be able to communicate with the ship.
Brilliant. I'm like, this is beautiful up here. We'll have to fly up here sometime. You need to see it. And then I guess you stop the concentration.
Yep.
I start falling, and then I'll click on my flying boots, and then I'll fly back down.
I did have you covered, honest. I was waiting with Featherfall.
I'll fall for a bit, just free fall, and then when I get closer, I'd activate them just to save it.
Yeah.
I go, fly. Out, just land on the ship. Okay. I seem to be able to still communicate with the ship quite some distance. That could be really handy.
That's very cool.
And
Good to know.
also, as we travel, who or how are you navigating to reach the island? I mean, you guys do reach the island. I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know.
But I don't want to assume too much. But would there have been a map in the captain in the bilge?
There would probably be, you know, at least like this
a map.
This style map. Yeah.
Yeah. So we would have known to go west and look and kept at the next island on our right and travelled.
Okay.
So,
I feel like of the four of us, Pius and Lucius have got the best ability to travel by night, following constellations.
Yeah,
I feel like those two would know their way around, not necessarily a ship, but a direction or logistics of moving.
Absolutely. I mean, and I would be Everfull in the crow's nest and Everfull watching, you know, as far as lookout and scouting ahead and whatever, you know, for the entire trip itself. So,
yeah, let's say this: whoever is kind of in charge of plotting the course, more or less, give me a survival check.
It is not Randy.
okay, so I have a one-time advantage and I have a +10. Okay, so
if you had, I was going to say also,
course,
if you had announced that you were going to be giving a bit of a navigational moment, I would have given you a bardic inspiration as well at that point.
Okay,
so that's an extra.
For which dice this time
1d8 on top of that.
Indeed. Okay, I'm gonna roll it with advantage because I get that once per day. So, ooh, snap! Nat 20.
Okay.
Plus. Wait. I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration for shits and giggles.
You got that right. You are.
tastes the air and knows which way to go.
Oh, it's a shame, but it's a 3. But wait, it's +10 on top of that. No.
No,
so
33 is
33.
Total. Yeah. So with a 33, where were you guys aiming to land?
On the ass crack of the guy that we're supposed to kill.
No, absolutely not. We need to get out again.
I think it was like this side, like in the using the trees as cover. If I'm pinging, you could.
Yeah.
Where are we? You're talking about Ninius, yeah?
Helliot. Bottom left.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm too high up on the map. Okay, there's Hellat right there.
Yeah.
That was good cover. I think that's a good shot. Yeah, right there at the southeast side of the woods on the corner leading into the southernmost town. GM, just so you know, over the 2 days that we were traveling, I would have spent a good amount of time in the stores room going through, itemizing exactly what we have available down there.
Okay.
If there's anything which I think would be of use to the mission or vital to the people, I would pass it on.
Yeah. Brandon, can I ask you to make like a investigation check then to see if you find one of the things?
Oh yeah, there you go.
What have you done to me? I suddenly feel so attacked.
We'll see if you find it.
17.
Oh, you find there's a chest and you open it and it's just like a bag of holding.
An actual bag of holding? But it's
a chest that's attached, but it's the bridge. It's attached to the ship. It's a chest of.
Right. That's cool, though, man. That's very cool. And it's good to know that in case of we need to self-destruct, we have got that option available. Just got to find another bag of holding. Okay. Always thinking, how can I destroy that which is sentient? Okay, so I'm just checking through stores and seeing if there's anything there. Okay, if there's anything which you think would be useful for us, do you want to send me a message on it at the break?
I mean, I think in general it was stocked pretty standard. Now, you guys did get, memory serves me correctly, you got some griffin feathers.
Yeah.
And you got something to make you braver.
Yeah, I got the descriptor up over here. Hold on. I got myself something. Oh, how is my mouse this old that it doesn't have a wheel? It's insane.
Did anyone else buy anything else? I don't remember right now. Off the particular substance chart.
No,
No, not substance.
Okay. Couldn't remember. I know Maiden's Tears. Someone.
Titan dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magical items.
Yeah, I know Maiden's Tears. I talked about someone had expressed interest, but I wasn't sure if someone.
Yes.
Spent the money. All right, cool. So, so you would have the griffin feathers and your personal stash of Titan dust. Other than that, there's like ropes, extra canvas, some repair patch options for fixing the ship. None of you have really ship experience. So it's all been kind of a learning experience, but together you're being able to, you've been on ships, you've kind of watched a little bit, so you know a little bit about the ship and how to take care of it. You have plenty of rations. The king's alcohol that you had directed to be stashed aboard. And kind of like if there's any basic supplies or things off like the player's handbook that you think you would have requisitioned beforehand, I'm kind of okay with that.
A few grappling hooks, a net.
Yeah.
A short bow.
Sure.
I need a short bow. I can't. I'm trying to use the longbow and I keep twanging my entire body through it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, you probably found a stash of small, common items, like weapons and stuff that they would have just kind of had aboard the ship. So some scimitars, a couple short bows, regular arrows as well.
Cool. I'll swap out my hand axe then. It doesn't feel right only having one, and pick up a couple more daggers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Is there any armor that's better than studded leather? Actually, I can't use anything more than studded leather anyway. It's fine.
I was going to say, unless you get something magical now. Yeah.
Is there any, Jim?
Not yet. It's not here. All right.
Let's go.
So you guys are heading towards the island. You're bringing your ship in to kind of the point, or at least as close as you guys can make out, given an exceptional job by Pios plotting the course, making adjustments here and there, and getting you guys to the correct side of the island in the general correct spot. However, when you arrived, you see that this entire island seems to be just coated in like a fog or a mist that's just kind of flowing over the edges. Most of the island, it would almost look like a big cloud, except for here and there, there's like little patches where the mist is thin enough that you can kind of see where there's ground. And there's the bottom, peak of the island. So most of them were kind of torn out of the ground. So there are jagged spots and almost like a reverse mountain at the bottom of this particular one. And that whole bottom part is pretty much visible. And as you guys kind of I'm not going to move it over because then you can't see anything. As you guys bring yourself up to the land, what is kind of the plan for the ship? What's the aim?
So I'd probably get the ship to drop us all off and get it to tell it to hide and circle around and keep moving. Probably if it's quarter of a mile, probably half of that, just around the edge.
Okay.
But here's the thing: when you leave and you're beyond beyond the level of you being able to control her, Who controls her?
I don't know.
That was a long, awkward silence. Let me rephrase. If we're in a situation where we're on a ship...
Okay. How about this?
Then
When
fly off by
I
itself.
ask you, sir, when I flew up, did the ship do anything different?
No.
No, it won't do anything different than what I tell it to. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, fair enough. Listen, you're the captain.
It's a learning thing.
It's a learning thing. Is there something to
Probably I'm
maybe
not
having the
chasing
ship
her.
just drop down below the horizon of the island and just dropping down like 1 mile? So it's not in the mist, but it's underneath the island. So no one looks down, do they?
To our knowledge, is there anything dangerous that would damage the ship in the mist? It's not like a hailstorm or something constantly or anything, is it?
I mean, as you approach, it's tough to tell, but you can give me a perception check if you want to see if there's anything more you can glean.
Perception 21.
All right. Yeah, you feel pretty confident that it's just looks like a mist, like those mornings where there's just that mist covering it, or late at night where there's those patches. But this is pretty heavy throughout most of the island. You can kind of see the tips of trees poking out here and there. So there would be the possibility of hitting trees depending on how low you come in. But it's up to you.
Well, with the amount of mist and the boat's fog ability, if we were to land on, would that be enough to camouflage it?
I think you would feel pretty confident that it would do a pretty good job of hiding the ship in the mist. Someone would have to be like actively looking for it or stumble across it on accident in order for someone to discover them.
I suggest that to the team.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Cool.
Is there a chance that we could lose the ship in the fog?
Do I have like a true north? Like, do I know where the ship is with the link?
Yeah, it seemed to be that you could kind of locate the general direction, at least, of where the ship is.
We should be good. And then once we're in location, I can ping it a message.
Okay. I trust you.
Thank you.
But does he trust me?
I think so.
Not even a little bit. I'm not foolish. I know what's up. I know what's going on.
All right. So you guys descend down, bring the ship low. Now, these ships are built kind of like boats. So it's not like they have wheels or normal like landing.
Yeah.
Normally they pull up to a dock and they're tied down in the dock and just float there in air. Are you going to attempt to touch it down to the ground fully, or just get it really low and like rappel down or drop a ladder?
I feel, rappel down. So probably find a clearing, bring it almost to a stop, and then lower it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you guys find a clearing a little bit away from the direct edge, but not so far as where you remember the road would be. Trying to avoid the main issues out there. No problem. That's fairly easy for you guys. You're just going down a rope without any sort of pressure or dangers. If everyone would roll me an athletics or acrobatics check, I just generally want to see, no nat one sort of thing.
15.
Athletics or acrobatics?
You can choose. I'll give you the option since
24.
you're.
I'm going to go with athletics because my guy's dumb. Hey, that's an 8.
Sure.
That's making it down that road.
Always. 16.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no one rolled a nat one, so no one just falls. That was basically it. Just, did someone fumble the roll? Yeah, you're able to lower yourself down. It's like a small clearing, and you can kind of see up above you that through the mist, it almost just looks like it's a bigger patch of mist in that spot. It's a little thicker. It does kind of blot out the sun in that area where your boat is, more so than the rest of the area around. But other than that, like, someone would really have to be paying attention and or just kind of stumble across this area.
Yeah. I'm thinking leave the ship above and just have a single rope down. So
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
That's
You guys go one by one, just kind of like leaving the rope dangling down. All right. So you find yourself now in this small little clearing, these kind of broadleaf trees surrounding you, various hues and colors on it, as seems perhaps mid-season-esque or just the way these trees come. What is the plan? What are we doing, guys?
I think we were planning on joining the road east of the city at the south, so that we would head west going into the city, gain some information, and then head into that space.
All right.
Well, am I right with that?
I want to say, yeah, we're going in, passing one of the smaller towns to get some information.
Yeah.
Low down the vibe, how they act.
Yeah.
So you guys were
I am
told.
cloaked up as well, but we've got a new fancy change colour cloaks.
Have you got yourself a nice tricorn yet?
Call me?
Nothing.
You guys were told that there was a contact in Kylinium, but that is a major port town. There would be smaller towns along the path. However, they're not necessarily ones you're familiar with or have fully like on maps that you guys necessarily had, as the ones on the ship are more designed to get to the major ports and to the kind of the highlights of various locations. Pios, I'm assuming, is going to be guiding you guys from here. So why don't you give me another survival roll?
Okay.
And while Pios is guiding you guys through the forest, he's going to be focused on looking for signs of how do I get to where I want to go. What's everyone else going to be up to as you travel through this? And also, are we trying to be quiet while we're moving around, or are we trying to be fast?
That's a good question.
I feel stealthy away from the ship, and then after that, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think you're right. The first mile, we're going to be stealthy with it, and then once we're on the road, might as well just move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Pius can steal some horses if need be.
I don't think we need to go become thieves immediately. That might just put us in a position that will be problematic later on. Come on, Pius, try and be a professional.
I would get rid of the bodies.
Professional killer. All right. So I will need stealth checks. And then while he is guiding you guys towards his knowledge of where the road would be based on maps and everything, is anyone else doing anything?
I'm looking along the road for signs of trash, essentially. Any sign of a sentient person or being has been here and what they were interested in at that time. I'm looking for, I don't know, flyers for bands performing at a local pub. I'm looking for ticket stubs or a receipt for a grocery bill. You know, some kind of trash along the side of the road.
Okay. We haven't reached the road itself, but you can keep your eye out for signs of civilization, signs of things. Pios, I still need, I think, a stealth check from you.
Yep. It was 19 for the
survival.
Survival. Yep. I wanted to get that out of the way before. And
no problem.
The stealth check is 28.
Okay. Cool.
Double mine.
Yeah, you guys are moving slowly through this kind of forested area, picking your way from spot to spot, and Pios is trying to guide you guys. For the most part, you guys are quiet. Hendrix is having a little trouble. I think this disorientation of having this like kind of presence in the back of his mind that's only a couple days old at this point for him. Anyone? I know we've got perception check will be needed from Randy, but is anyone else performing anything in particular during this travel?
Can I be just looking into the fog, almost looking out for monsters? Like this is a weird place. There's fog everywhere. I've been down at the bottom, so
yeah,
with that fog.
You can give a perception check for that, looking for monsters and things like that.
Lucius would be looking up too, but I think at some point he would take out the compass and just see what it does. Sure, why not?
All right. And I believe it was kind of like the nearest presence was kind of what was stated, right? It spins around like crazy to start with, and then settles in kind of like a northwestern direction as you're looking at that. Hendrix, as you were aboard the ship and coming in here, moving about, you noticed a kind of weird shift. It was hard to explain even to yourself, but you just know that as you're dipping below and dipping in the mist and you can still see a bit of the natural clouds, it almost seemed like for a moment they looked like they were moving really quickly. And then they were lost in the fog and the mist that you're on now. You don't see any particular dangers, at least not for this first little trek of the path.
Okay.
Did we look, did I get a perception check from Randy for looking for civilization or...
No, sir.
signs?
I'll do that now.
And I'll kind of use... Yeah.
Oi.
Okay.
I'm rolling all the 7s today. That's a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Right now you're in this forested area, and you're not familiar with, nature and hunting and all that stuff. So you're not sure if this is ever used as a game trail or anything, but you don't see anything glaring. You don't see, trash or flyers or anything like that.
Okay.
Pios is able to pretty successfully guide you guys forward, moving the party towards the road. And you get to the edge of this swath that's been carved through these forests, and the ground surrounding the road itself has kind of been sanded so that there isn't large plants that will be growing over the road itself. And the road is paved in kind of like a dark flagstone sort of thing, smoothed out over years of being out in the elements and things being over it. And part of them have been planed down so that they would be, like chiseled out so they're not too rough on the wagons and such. I'm assuming at first you stop at the edge of this clearing and look out. And you see a road going. It doesn't seem to be particularly populated. You don't see wagons as far as you can see, but you do also know that your visual range is probably about 60 feet. Just due to the mass of fog and mist that's here. And listening out, though, you're not hearing the clopping of hooves or anything like that.
Birds even chirping?
Is there wildlife?
You haven't seen any wildlife yet. And with a 10, you probably didn't notice any signs of wildlife. Pios, if you want to give me a perception check as you kind of look out,
okay.
And particularly trying to sense for, do I hear birds? Do I hear that sort of
I didn't know if you wanted my passive perception or not as I was survivaling. But yeah, I can roll perception. 13.
Yeah. You don't pick up on anything necessarily out of place as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
But you were very focused on making sure you got the party to the road and doing so quietly. Now that you guys have reached the road, and it doesn't appear to be any direct danger, is there anything that you guys would like? Like, what's the plan? Are we moving west along the road itself?
I don't know at this point.
I think Randy had the master plan.
On the map that we had, we saw that there was a mountainous interior.
Yeah.
In this fog, in this moment with a 60-foot radius vision, do we see any mountain tip at all or any sign of mountainous rockiness around us?
No, this fog is so thick that you can barely see. Like, from your side of the clearing, there's the road. Then you can start to make out trees on the other side of the clearing.
Yeah.
But you can't really see much further. And you'd remember that there is like almost a ring that goes around the inside of the mountain, like of the island. And then there's one massive like peak that juts up in the middle.
Yeah. I look at the others and I say, I suggest we head to the tree line. and we walk along that rather than walk along the road, we may
Stay off the road, yeah.
Yeah, we could be innocents, but we don't have to be rude.
Okay. Are you going to the northern tree line or the southern tree line? Where you're currently on the southern. Are you crossing the road or are you sticking along?
No need to cross the road.
Okay, so staying basically, yeah. I figured, but I'm just checking. You had asked about the mountains.
Yeah,
so
no.
The northern side would be closer to that, but probably still not within 60 feet.
Yeah.
So, all right. So heading west along this particular southern side of the clearing here. As we go forward, and Hendrix, were you just periodically checking the compass? Did you just check for that particular moment? Are you looking at it all the time? What's the plan?
I didn't have the compass. It was
did I say Hendrix? I meant Lucius.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at you on the screen.
He probably would look at it periodically just because he saw it move somewhere earlier, so might as well see, mess with it.
All right. I mean, so it shifts from time to time too, the direction that it seems to be focusing on. And just let me know if there's a particular moment that you're like, oh, I want to double check something. And as you're moving along the tree line, those of you with probably a passive perception of, 15 or more will spot in the southwest side of the trees, there seems to be some figures in there. And it looks like they're like at the distance that you are, it's blurry and hard to tell, but it almost looks like they're kicking a ball around. You see like a little object going from one, then get kicked, like move to another, and then kind of bouncing around.
I'll nudge Randy. Probably a little bit shorter with the fog. It's difficult for him to see.
Yeah,
Pick him up slightly.
I'm not elf anymore. Jesus, I'm down here. What do you want?
I'll pick him up slightly and point over that direction, over the fog line. You see the those figures.
Yeah. What do you want? Yeah. All right.
Are you guys together now?
Yeah. I got this. It's all right. They're small. You're big. You'll be scary. Calm down, big boy. All right. Gonna put out the old Folklucan Mandalore. Gonna start rocking a nice steady terrace chant as I'm going up to them, extolling the virtues of my town and denigrating all other towns who are nearby to my town. Classic sports stuff. And I'm going to head towards them in the clearing.
All right. So 1 second. Let me get you guys on a new map here.
I think
at some point I'm going to get tired of being bait, but not today.
I think hearing that up ahead, Pios just kind of groans and thinking the element of surprise is always non-existent in this group. And stays well up ahead of the party and skirts around them, hoping to keep that element of surprise, at least for him. So,
all right.
As I see the badger head off, I think to myself, it can be hard being my friend sometimes. I understand that. It's the price you pay for excellence. Anyway.
All right. And as you start to approach, it appears that the figures, like the ball movement kind of stops and you can see them shift and kind of looking in your general direction as you move closer.
I can't see them.
No, yeah, that is by design. Hold on, because you're in the fog. You're not exactly sure at this distance what they are, but you're looking at, I'm just going to put a shield in the kind of general area. So one second.
Which direction were we heading? Left?
Well, you guys were heading across the road, which is just north of this little area. And this seems to be a clearing south of the road itself. And you see little figures, and they seemed little, at least from your distance.
Are they still looking the other way?
I was just wondering how far away from could I have been from the party.
Just anywhere you want to place yourself, basically.
Okay. I think I'm gonna probably be like, I don't know.
You
if
still
that's
got that
30
compass out?
30 feet or not.
It depends. You guys told me that you saw something down there or people or whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
And you would have heard, Randy strike up his lute and start walking towards these figures.
Oh, he's gonna take out the compass and look that way and see what happens.
Okay. It is pointing very solidly south.
Cool.
Probably gonna click on it like this damn thing is broken.
And Randy, as you start to approach, one of the figures kicks the ball towards you. It comes.
I look down at the ball as it rolls to my foot,
flying through the air and lands and bounces and rolls to your foot, and you see a human head with.
Fuck that. Okay, wait, hold on. I look. Is it definitely dead?
I mean, it's a human head.
I'm asking a question, man. I don't know if it's looking at me and smiling and going, "What's up, dude?" It's a dull, lifeless head. Yes.
Yeah, it is dull, lifeless, pale eyes. It almost seems like it's starting to rot a little bit.
Cool. Cool.
Probably that of dwarven male. It appears it's still got a bit of a beard, although that's been hacked down a bit to make it more round.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you look, you see these figures are not quite small. In fact, they appear to be large now that you've kind of crested the clearing area. And you see 4 large creatures that are looking at you now. Why doesn't everyone roll me initiative?
Yeah, okay. They're not in the mood to have a chat, are they?
They don't appear to be. No.
That's
21.
That's a good number.
Wow. I cannot believe I just rolled that.
I have 18.
Can I guidance? Oh, that doesn't matter.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Ooh.
I have advantage,
So it's only
my roll was a 5.
5 total for Pios. All right.
I wasn't planning. I was wanting to see what Randall would do in this situation, so I hung back. That's what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna actually play for time to give you an opportunity to get around on them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, oh well. They're not in the mood to play. So we're gonna have to be in the mood to slay. It begins.
Dun, 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 dun. The doom music starts.
Oh shit, this lute's gone electric.
All right. 1 second. 1, 2. And as you kind of make this into this clearing area, you kind of see that there are a few more of them than you had initially spotted, as there's a few off to other areas here. They're just starting to appear to you, Randy, because you're closer, and the vision is allowing you to see. All right, so starting first, Hendrix, you kind of notice the lute stop on Randy's instrument, and a tone almost sense of probably fear or anxiety. Just because you've traveled with him enough in these situations that you've picked up on this, and you seem to see these figures start to move forward, towards him in the mist.
I'd probably have a run towards his direction.
Yeah.
To see where he was. So there would have got me 30. I've noticed this big thing and probably bonus actioned, dashed.
Okay.
And gone in first with the sword attacked it using booming blade.
Of course. Yeah.
For a natural 20 for a 29.
Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's this in plus my sneak plus that plus. So that's 36 on that.
Jeez. Okay.
And then you get 2 booming blade for 6 and 5, so another 11 on the booming.
All right. So you jump in and strike quickly, and as you deliver this blow, it seems to dissipate and almost burn up as you've expelled this particular demonic creature.
I will step back to Randy, facing forward to the rest. Like, what the fuck was that?
They're not small. They're not cute. They're not children. They're not fun.
And then I guess I see the head on the ground as well, and I'm like,
It's all
shout
very
to
bad.
shout to Lucius,
Yes.
big guy, we need you over here.
What is it?
Yeah, speaking of Lucius, you're up.
Alrighty, so do I see these figures?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to spot them. They're like just at the periphery. At least this top one is just on. So you see probably these two here, and this one up here is visible. I guess we can.
I think I'm gonna hit the one all the way to the right with a firebolt.
Okay, perfect. Make your attack roll.
That's a 13.
Okay, well, luckily they have low armor, so
Sweet.
13 will hit.
Do they look like they're very strong, muscly, but kind of dumb creatures?
You can give me an insight check.
That's 12 fire damage.
All right, perfect. They are just at the periphery of your vision, so it's hard to see, but you see that it strikes, and the flames kind of spreads out across its skin. You're not 100% sure anything else. What was the perception check? Sorry.
15.
15. Or insight. They appear to definitely be stronger than they are smart, but there is a, when the first one had turned and looked at you, there is a little, like, you could see a flash of intelligence in their eyes, so they're not stupid creatures. And
Okay.
When I dissipated this one, did anything happen with my sword? Like, did it try and absorb anything? Or is it just nothing?
I guess it's the question, do demons bleed?
Ickle, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, seeing as you weren't low on health, I'd say it didn't do anything, but you probably felt it absorb for a fraction of a second. So you believe your abilities would still work with the blade.
But they're
They
made
still
of organic material then, is what you're saying?
What was that?
Is it organic material then that's coming out? Is blood?
Yeah, it's some form of whatever a demon's blood would probably look like, at least while they were upon this realm. Randy, you are up.
I would use my shield wall before he goes. I'll just tell him don't go too far away.
Good shout. I won't. Okay, I am going to. So that's 1. That'd be 2, 3, 4. I think that's probably the best shout.
So you have a better view on these top 4.
Yeah.
The other ones are probably just shapes in the mist at a distance.
But these 4 are definitely within sight and within view. And
they're all within 60 feet.
Most importantly,
so they are
range. Yeah.
somewhat mist covered, but still you can see enough that.
Okay. Then I will play the Bandalore, turn around to the guys, give them a big old wink, and turn back to the 4 demons which are there and go, "Stop right now, thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch." And I'm going to cast Hold Person at 5th level on all 4 of those. Can I get a wisdom saving throw of DC 16 for each of them?
Yeah, what, let me look really quick at...
You want to check and see if it's a charm or something like that?
Well, just,
it's a 2nd level enchantment spell.
Yeah, and I want to say Hold Person itself. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. So that is a large fiend. No. Double checking something.
You're checking to see whether or not their size precludes them from being classed as humanoid?
Yeah, I don't believe they're technically humanoids.
I mean, okay. They don't have head, arms, and legs.
Well, they do, but the definition are humans and other bipeds with few natural magical abilities, around human size, capable of speech, and have well-developed cultures. Dwarves, elves, goblinoids, basically a playable race, I think is generally what the humanoids would be.
Okay, would I be aware of that before I cast the
Sure,
spell?
I'll say you can be aware of that, because I don't want to take away your ability to do something.
All right.
That was an awkward wink.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Oh, we all have performance issues. Then I will level. Okay, sorry, I'm doing this on the fly real quick.
No, it's good. I ruined your plan.
No. Everything is groovy. Everything is wonderful. I am going to.
That's awesome.
Had this just a second ago, but it's not here now, and I don't know why I did with it. Is it on the Folk and Lucan side of things? Yes, it is. How many is that? Only one. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that.
Don't you measure towards me?
Can
Don't
I
you know that distance?
Just seeing
Can
the
I,
party, you know.
aim towards the far two? These two here?
Okay,
Oh, I didn't mean. Sorry.
don't worry about it.
Okay. They're within 10 feet of each other. I don't think anything else is inside a 10-foot radius. I'm going to play Everything is Harder When We Just Break Up. I really would rather that you would break apart. And I'm going to cast Thunder. Shatter
Shatter.
at 5th level
Okay.
on those two dudes. Can I get from them a Constitution saving throw DC 16?
Alright.
It's not ideal because they're big boys, so they've probably got great Constitution.
So one will pass and one will fail, though.
Hey, I'll take it. In which case, one will take full damage and the other will take half damage. That's a lot of sixes. 27 full points, and half, I guess, would be 13. That's thunder damage. Are they made of inorganic material? We said they're made of organic material. Yeah.
I mean, they're organic enough, that they're bleeding and such,
Do they look even vaguely phased by that amount of damage?
They do. The one that seemed to take the full damage looks pretty beat up. Like, the other one seems to be, doing okay. Not horrible, but not great.
Okay. That's fine. Sorry for taking so long on my turn. I'd like to turn to Randy and say, all right, Captain, get us out of this. And I'm going to give him some bardic inspiration. 1d8. That's me.
To me. Yeah.
Oh, that took a long time.
This one will leap through the air, landing 30 feet closer, and look over at Hendrix, who stepped forward and had dispatched his friend, and he is going to flick his tongue out, and it smashes against you, and because that was a 25 to hit, it will do 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As it smacks against you, and then kind of like pulls back a little bit.
So I'll use my uncanny dodge to half it.
Okay.
So that's 6, yeah?
Yep. And then these guys are going to advance.
Oh my God.
I still have actions for some of these, but I'm going to move all of them.
Bring it on!
Well, sure. Now they get nice and close together.
Not like you can only cast spells once.
No.
Alright, let's see.
That is my-
This particular one got hit by Randy, so it is going to, let's see.
Could it even see Randy?
It saw him at one point anyways when he cast the spell, so he knows he's there.
Vendetta!
Randy, can you give me a DC 15 wisdom save?
Don't think I can, but here we go.
I believe.
14. I'd like to use my Tides of Chaos to get an advantage on it.
Is that
So
possible? I know we keep looking at these things. Okay.
Once per long rest, I can gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. It's a saving throw.
So
I can finally use it correctly.
I know.
It's taken 7 months. All right. God, I hope it's worthwhile. So what am I doing? Wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Better. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. So you will only take 4 points of psychic damage.
Well.
What does that mean for your Tazi Chaos now? Does it like activate on next turn? Next time you spell?
No. It stays. I gain one advantage on it. Before I can regain use of the feature, I need to roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. So when that happens next, then I get it back again.
Hendrix, this one up here lashes his tongue out at you as well.
I'm ready for it.
Hits with a 22.
Okay.
Don't forget you get 3 extra XP. I mean, 8 armor.
Are you
Am I close enough for that?
close enough? I thought you had to be within 5 feet of you.
It's a 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm standing out front.
He's hitting Hendrix, which is 10 feet away.
Yeah, my AC is 21, so that hits.
So just 10 points of bludgeoning damage as that one hits you. This other damaged one is going to go after Hendrix with his saving throw thing. So if you can give me a saving throw, Hendrix, wisdom.
19.
Okay, so you save, but you will take 8 points of psychic damage.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big problem. They can all do that.
Yeah. Lucius, give me a wisdom save, and Hendrix one more as well, because they're not
18.
to hit you.
Those are my favorite saves, by the way.
I know. I don't want to just pick on the ones that suck.
Who is eating Christmas?
I got an A,
No.
but I'm going to use my thing where I can roll a 2d6. Favor by the gods. Oh, it's 2d4. Okay, let me roll that real quick.
Hendrix, you'll take 5 points of damage since you passed.
So that's 13.
All right, so you'll take 9 points of damage. All right, perfect. That concludes their turn. So Pios is up.
Yes. How far can I see?
Don't let them have another go.
I mean, 60 feet like anybody else.
Okay, so I am dropping the ring action.
A ring action?
Yeah, ring of spell storing. Fireball.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how to
Fireball.
go about doing this, but I'm going to drop it in such a way that can I get all of these fuckers?
What's the range of what's
Okay, so
the?
it's only 20 feet though. So,
It's a 20-foot ball, though, right?
Yeah.
So this is a fireball.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Could
move.
do
okay,
that.
I'll move it. Yep.
If you want
Yep. I
to
wanna get
hit
all of them.
all of those guys.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And it's dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Yep. I don't
Okay.
know if they cast it any higher in the ring or it's just base level.
No, I think it was a base because
Okay.
you had other spells in there, right?
One more
Yeah.
spell. Yeah.
Okay. So roll your damage.
Okay. 25.
All right, cool. So you see this ball of fire explode and envelop these creatures. As the fire settles, it's hard for you to tell exactly what happened at that distance, Pios, but you saw it envelop 5 of these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Hendrix, you're far closer, as are the other 2. And as this goes off and goes away, there's that moment of blinding light, and the area of mist just burn off. You see that these creatures seem to be unfazed by the damage dealt by a fireball.
Okay.
And Hendrix, you're up.
With my
Okay.
bonus action,
Yep.
I'm going to hide.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
28.
I'm going to run in. Oh, wrong thing. To this guy, the first one that hit me,
Okay.
and attack him with my sword, booming blade,
Sounds good.
for 27 to hit.
Yeah, 27 will hit. Yeah, no problem.
19 on the sword, and then another 6 on the booming, so that's 25 total.
5 damage. All right.
And then using fancy footwork, I can get away without him hitting me. So I'll step back, and this time I'll go here.
Okay.
That will be the end of my turn.
Sounds good. That'll bring Lucius up, followed by Randy.
Alrighty, Lucius is gonna step forward. Let's see, right here. Should be able to hit him because I got a 10 range on my spear. And yeah, I'm gonna try to stab him. Especially after that bastard licked me earlier. First hit is 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second one is 18. Alright, that is 22 damage.
22 damage on this one.
Yeah, total.
And this is just magical, regular piercing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to attack this one, striking a deadly blow, and you feel that warmth come through you. Roll your d6.
And I'm gonna step back over here so they can get my buff again.
Okay, sounds good. That one died. Beautiful. Love it. You feel a very small amount of healing energy come into you. Perhaps it's their demonic nature. It didn't seem to do a lot for you. But Randy, you're up.
Yeah, real easy. Gonna say, stick it to me, baby. I'm gonna cast Entangle. In a 20-foot rectangle. That is a circle. Good job, Dave. Well done. Just like something like that. I think that'll fit. I think that gets them all. I just have to find the right. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, it gets them all. Can I get from them, please, a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw. Yep. And I got 3.
Can I change that real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to change it real quick to doing not Entangle. I'm going to do Fairy Fire instead.
And that's a dex save. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 of them on Fairy Fire. That's okay. Your spell save DC?
16?
All right. Just looking for the right thing here. Nope. What's that? Restrain? Nope. Let's do the Cursed. Will work. So it seems to settle upon the one closest to you, but the other ones seem to be able to dodge out of the spell's damage. And
all right, well, at least he's going to be having... We get advantage on our attack rolls against him, and he can't go invisible. I mean,
sounds good.
Whatever, it's fine. And he's shining off a little pink luminescence off of him at all times.
Bioluminescence.
Which one?
This top.
This one? Okay, cool.
If I can be on the right.
And then I'm going to say to Lucius, hold the line, and I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
All right, sounds good. Staying
Did you give me one last time?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
You both now have got whizzing around you a tiny mote of light that's going around your forehead. Lucius, yours is a lightning bolt that's crackling. And yours, Hendrix, is the night guard just flying around you.
Nice. I put little tokens on there so you guys will remember you have. Hopefully.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right. This top one, who is now glowing, is going to just leap up here.
Can I use my reaction to attack him?
Same.
Yeah, go.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
I just stand there with my arms folded, knowing my boy's got my back.
Yeah.
When he gets within 10 feet, I would have hit him with a booming blade.
Okay, well, I mean, he leapt in the air, so however, as he's falling down, you're welcome to
Kaboom!
make your attack.
That 20.
Yeah, that'll it. See if it even survives this.
If you roll a bardic inspiration die, that extra d8 will go towards thunder damage.
Sweet. Let me roll the damage real quick for the booming blade. So that's one. Alright, 1 second. Jesus. You said a d8, right?
Yeah.
And it's critted, so it's technically
Yeah, it's 2d8 technically.
doubled.
Jesus. Does
Plus
that
5.
Does that well? I'm not gonna roll a extra one. There's a lot of shit in there. Give me a second.
What?
I'm adding it all up. So 26 total.
26 points of damage. Nice. All right.
Did you add 5 onto that 2d8?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Hendrix, your turn to attack.
Okay, I use my reaction.
And remember, it's advantage too.
Okay, so the first one's a 17, and the next one is a 15. So 17
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 30 damage.
Okay. He should have thought better than jumping at you guys, as he is destroyed. Did not matter. All right, cool.
I heal up D6 on the
Oh
sword.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
So it's just my reaction. So
Yeah. I know. Like, you guys have used your reactions so they move in, but I think they're scared now of.
I mean, they use their reactions.
This one's gonna move forward. Let's see if it can do it. Come over here, and not that I think he'll hit him, but he's gonna lash his tongue out at Lucius. 23 hit?
Silvery barbs.
Hit. 22 probably does not with your special thing, right?
Yeah, it's off by 1.
Okay. Okay.
It's the best use of a terrible spell. I will give the advantage to Lucius as well.
All right. Hate when I'm on the wrong thing on this program. You're like, oh, I wanted to measure, but no, 20. I think they're scared of Hendrix. Not that these attacks are going to hit, but he's going to try to tongue lash. Nope, and miss. Hendrix.
So you say I got a +2 or 3 for the shield wall.
I think it's 2 to you guys, but what is it, Lucius?
It's 2 unless they have a shield. If they have a shield, they get an extra 1 on top of that.
I do have a shield, so a +3 then.
Yeah.
I have a very pretty cloak.
Okay, I'm sitting at a 24.
Okay,
Ace is at 24 right now.
that's ridiculous. All right.
Shield wall thing.
How's your armor higher than mine? What kind of bullshit is that?
I've got some fancy clothes, man.
Standing on the shoulder,
Captain, some
giant.
fancy clothes.
This one's going to attempt to attack Hendrix, but fails miserably as he leans down to try to bite you. You're just able to quickly dodge out of the way. Yeah, you kind of butt him, and he moves as you're able to dodge out. Let's see these ones. This one is going to Randy. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Jeez, Lord, these rolls. Don't stress it.
16?
Yeah, you'll pass. So you'll take 1 point of psychic damage.
Yeah.
As I rolled exactly as low as I possibly could have with him.
Can't damage brain cells if I've already killed them myself.
And the last one tongue lashes towards Lucius, but he's able to block it with his shield easily, and it will be Pios' turn.
So Pios is already thinking that the guys gave him a dummy ring, but he's like, all right, maybe this one will work. And he aims the ring and shoots out Withered Bloom.
Okay.
60 feet range and a 10-foot sphere. I need a 10-foot sphere.
A 10-foot radius or 10-foot total?
10-foot radius, I think. It's the round ball that they show. Yeah, 10-foot radius sphere.
So
Yeah.
that's 10 feet.
Yeah.
That's them.
If you're right there, probably
Yeah.
is your best bet, unless you
Okay.
wanted to get. No, yeah.
No,
If you wanted to get
Man's
through.
using my spell better than me. I'm
I
raging.
want to try to hit all 3 of them if I could.
Yeah, you'd be able to get these 3 right here.
Okay, so here goes the big money winner. They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, top one, 12. What's the DC on? No, if it's Randy's, it's higher than that.
Yep.
16 is his DC.
14 and 13. They all fail.
Okay, so now Pius is sure that it wasn't a joke.
Now, what's the damage?
2d6.
Damage. Okay.
Do all of them.
2d6.
Garbage,
What?
but that's all right. 5 points of damage. But
Yes. Necrotic damage. Okay.
yep, necrotic damage. 5 points of necrotic damage and non-vegetation in that area withers. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spin and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus your spellcasting ability. So whoever's within that area that has the lowest shit. So
Oh, I'm fine. I've barely been hit.
I'll see that and absorb some of that energy and spend a
3 hit dice.
die. Yeah. What is my hit dice?
Because y'all are all clusterfuck together anyway, so.
D10.
Yeah. Sounds good. Anything else, Pios?
Probably gonna move. Pios has done spent his shit.
Closer to the city. Sure, it's more
Yes.
expensive. Transportation.
So how do I do that? No, I've clicked on the thing.
You need to get on the person, not the measurement.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So can I? How do
And the
I?
box.
Okay, so
Person, box.
I'm on the ruler,
No.
and I'm on. Okay, so
You want the
how-
box select token, and then you can click on your token,
select.
and then you can
Okay.
move them using the arrows, or you can just drag them.
Well, I was just trying to figure out how far I can move.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to measure,
Is it dragging them these
what's your
parts?
distance?
100 years.
Basically, I want to move.
Anyways, Hendrix, you're up, followed by Lucius and Randy.
Oh, and I'm gonna hide for my bonus action.
Roll your.
30.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about that.
Okay, this one right in front of me. Not happy about that. Gonna turn, slash with the rapier for a dirty 20.
Yeah.
24 damage plus the 4 from booming.
8 damage.
And I will pump a trip attack into that. I'm pretty sure I've got trip attack, haven't I? Action.
Do you sell trip attack?
I've tried to trip people over before.
Yeah.
I need.
Right. It's not on my character sheet. There it is. Yeah, trip attack. Strength saving throw of 16 or not before be not prone. Take an extra D8 of damage.
Okay. Rolling like hell, so he's knocked prone and takes extra damage.
Another 7.
Sounds good. He's looking mighty rough as he's laying there on the ground now. Any movement, or is it Lucius?
No, I'm gonna hold the line.
Okay. Lucius, you're up.
Alrighty. Lucius is gonna stick his shield up and put the spear on top of it. He's gonna get right here, and he's gonna put that guy right in front of him.
Okay. Sounds good.
Stab him in his fat neck, see if we can get the little patch thing.
It's such a great insult. It's so unnecessary. I'm going to stab you in your fat neck.
Got 20 on the first one.
Yeah, that'll do.
So personal.
That is 14.
Yeah, that will do. He will. That one disappears as well.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
From in a well of dysmorphia.
See, I can hit the other one too, and that one will be a 26 to hit.
Which one are you aiming at? Because you're within 10 feet of both these bottom.
I got the spear thing. The
No, I know. You're within 10
I-
of either. It's just which one are you targeting?
I target the one in to the right first.
Okay.
Didn't he die?
I thought you were going after the one in front of Hendrix.
Oh, that would have been fine. So the first hit didn't take care of it, right?
Well, if you were attacking the one in front of Hendrix, you would have killed him.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
was
the one
trying
I thought
to.
you were
Yeah.
So now you have 2 more within range. So
Okay. I would attack the one that was right next to it.
this one's the next closest one to it.
Okay. And that one is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 12.
12 damage. All right.
Oh yeah, you get to heal up then.
From the
For
one you
God's sake,
killed,
can I
yeah.
use my bonus action 2-second wind?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Before I forget, well, actually, never mind. That's a 5-foot reach, so I can't hit him with the back of the thing. That'll be it for me.
Okay. Sounds good. Randy, you are up.
Reaching into the quiver with no idea what I'm pulling out, I'm going to fire one of my arrows from a short bow at this geezer right here.
Okay.
Let me roll to hit using my super awesome short bow. This 9. It's a 9. That's what that is.
The arrow flies past, and I think you were aiming for that fat head, but it went past, flying over its shoulder and up into the tree branches in the distance. And you don't exactly see what happens to it after that.
Does it make a loud noise?
Roll a d20 just so I know
no.
which arrow we lost.
That makes me very sad. Nat 20. That's me rolling a natural nat 20.
Bummer that you wasted it on a missed arrow. All right, cool.
Yeah, alright. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to shout at the 3 of them and say, "You will all suffer for this slight to my Lord Darabius.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds great. Now they are up. It's quite a bit less of them than when we started, though, so you guys are doing well on that. All right. This particular one is going to send out its energy towards Hendrix, probably. So wisdom saving throw.
I look it in the eyes and roll a 16.
Perfect. And so you will take 5 points of psychic damage. Let's go with Randy. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Taking a shellacking, but I love it. Let's go. Oh, it's a great classic 7 for like the 5th time today.
All right. 13 points of psychic damage.
Momentarily reduced to Arnold levels of idiocy. Get to the top.
All right. And then this bottom one here is going to step forward and try to attack the very tough to hit Lucius. And he swings wildly with his claws, but you're able to deflect them easily. Easily deflect. And that will be down to Pios now.
So Pios remembers that he's out of charges within the ring and is quite satisfied with what happened. Decides this long range thing might be kind of cool, so he reaches in his pouch and pulls out a sling stone.
Okay.
Looking at the creature using his bonus action to Hunter's Mark it.
Okay.
The first one right here.
The closest one to you?
Yeah, this guy right here.
That's fine.
Because he is exactly within 30 feet of me. So, if not, I'll move just a little bit closer. But, so Hunter's Mark on him, and, where's my rolly? Oop. Does a 15 hit?
15 will hit. Yeah.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 4, 6 points of damage plus sneak attack, 9 points of damage, plus Hunter's Mark, another 5 points of damage.
So 20 points of damage altogether.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Mess with the ranger.
He's
Not a
looking
ranger.
pretty rough right now. All right. Cool. Anything else, Pios?
I can move 30 more feet. So
Yep.
Pios is going to move, let's see, no, not 30, 25. I don't need to cast that spell. Okay,
Hendrix, you'll be up, followed by Lucius.
Doing a quick scan of the three. Which one looks the most beat up, knowing roughly their heartiness now? After taking a couple down.
You would probably notice the one that Pios just hit is probably the worst off.
Taking advantage of his back turned, then I'll sprint in.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. And Booming Blade, attack to the back. 21 to hit.
Squeeze. Yeah. And how does it look as you kill him? As he had 1 hit point left after Pios was done.
So close. No kill for you.
Dart in, sword pulled, strike straight to the back, almost through the spine, up to the heart, pull back out.
Yeah, roll your d6 for health. Yeah, it dissipates, burning around your blade, leaving your blade clean as you absorb some of its life force into yourself.
And then
Totally fine. Totally normal.
step to Pius.
All right.
No, not Pius, Lucius.
Lucius. Speaking of Lucius, you are up. There's one in front of you here, and another one technically still within your reach if you wanted to.
Okay. Oh, I had the same one that I had last time.
Okay, and that's this one.
Okay, let's see. That's 27 to him.
27 will hit. Yeah.
The second attack is it's an 11.
That will actually miss. I think that's one of the 2 misses.
So that's 8 damage.
Okay.
The one that I hit was the one that's right in front of me.
I think that's the one you attacked last time.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action smack him with the back of the spear.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, definitely didn't hit those in that
Okay.
one. Just 14.
Wow. Yeah.
That's like
Still, I mean,
it's that rough hide.
yeah. It just you kind of hit him, and you realize that these thick, fiendish bodies didn't quite take any damage from that force. All right. Any movement? Or are you sticking to it?
I'm just standing there.
All right, Randy, you are up.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to level my Bandalor's hilt at one of the two remaining. I think the one closest to Lucius.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to fire off a Chaos Bolt. No music is attended to this, and I'm pretending it's coming from the loot.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact it's still coming straight from my hand. I can feel the falsehood. So the attack is a +8 on him. So that's going to fuck me. 17?
17 will hit.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty low.
That is doing 7 points of acid damage.
Okay, acid damage is...
Don't forget your wild chaos throw.
Cool. Acid is not one of the ones that they are immune to, so you're good.
Oh, wow. That's like brilliant. Do I need to roll for my chaos roll?
Yeah, let's do it. We haven't rolled in a while.
Fine. Sure, I won't get a 1. 10.
Good.
Nice and easy.
No problem.
And then I will say, try to keep one of them alive.
Okay.
Or, no. Do we want to keep one alive?
Any movement or...
No. I've got 2 big burly men in front of me. I'm fine, thank you.
All right. This one's going to go after the easy target. Air quotes on that.
Watch out, Hendrix. He's talking about you.
Attempt to bite Randy up here. What is that? An 18 to hit?
I get a +2 from you, don't I?
No,
that is a 7.
You're not close enough.
Yeah,
Oh, well then, yeah, you
5
definitely
feet.
hit.
Sorry.
100% you hit. It's fine.
All right.
I will cast silvery barbs, and
Okay.
demand you re-roll that, sir.
Okay. All right. That was a 21. Can I get a
good.
Constitution saving throw from you, Randy?
That's a 7.
Okay. So you are poisoned for the next minute.
Okay.
You can repeat this saving throw at the end of each of your rounds to try to get rid of it, but you will take 17 points of poison damage or piercing damage. 17 points of piercing damage, and you feel as he bites into you, this like venom kind of coursing into your body, causing you to feel like a really bad night of drinking and partying without any of the fun that got you there.
Oh, man.
All right.
It's like I'm at the Rotary Club.
The next one will
That's not fair to Rotarians. I apologize.
attempt to bite Lucius.
How dare you, son?
Yeah, but I can't roll, so don't worry about it. He like clamps down, but his teeth kind of crack off of that crystalline armor that you bear and is unable to penetrate. Pios, it is your turn.
I am moving again. Okay. Unfortunately, I am 5 feet out of my throw zone, but I get advantage to attack, so that just means I get a regular attack roll, which I failed to make the advantage last time. I could have hit a critical, but he died anyway.
Why do you get advantage?
Right? I thought because I was hiding.
You weren't last round because you 100 mark and were standing out. in
Yeah,
the
but
open.
previous. Okay, well.
Yeah, but once you attack, your hide is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
last turn, yeah, but you still
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Last
got
time.
it within 1 damage.
Yeah, but I get sneak attack though.
You would get sneak attack if you hit. Yes.
Okay. So
So
let me go ahead and roll.
disadvantage because
Disadvantage. Okay, because of long range. Okay, so I still rolled a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you hit.
So
Which one were
With
you
a
aiming at?
disadvantage?
yeah, with disadvantage. I have a
Top or the
+8.
bottom?
Shit. Let's go bottom.
Okay.
And actually, let's go. The one at the top hit Randy, right?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Please leave him alone. He's all mine.
Okay. So I'll go top then.
That's if
Or
you
I'll
can
go
get-
bottom. Okay. Right. So.
So many jokes, but
7 points of regular damage.
okay.
And 10 points of sneak attack. Realize I also have this thing that apparently I have not been using.
Did you bonus action move your hunter's mark?
I did bonus action because I'm not hiding. That's what I was getting to next. But also I have this whole dueling. Oh, wielding a melee weapon. Never mind. Ignore that. Doo-doo-doo. And where is my hunter's mark at?
The D6, I think.
6. Yep. Another 5 points of damage.
All right. How does this look as you dispatch this one?
I think what it intended to. I aimed the sling stone just right and just ping him in the head.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you smack into it, and as you hit it, the stone kind of continues through it as it starts to dissolve and is expelled from this realm. Cool. Hendrix, unless the Pios, I think you moved, you did your bonus action.
I did like everything
Right.
that I could possibly do. So
Hendrix, followed by Lucius, if we get that far. One last foe stands between you guys and Randy.
I turn around and I give it a bit of a grin and I slice for a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
19
Silvery
damage.
Bob! Milk and roll. No,
19 damage.
I would have rolled a 12 as well, which I don't think would have hit.
No, 12 would have missed.
no,
Do
you're
it.
good. No, you're fine. He's not in that much of a need to prove himself.
19 total damage.
Plus 1 thunder damage, so 20 total.
It had 20 hit points. So you are able to dispatch this one as well as your blade goes in, and just that vibration of the thunder, which wasn't much this time, but just enough to send him out of the material plane of existence. And you guys find yourself now in a clearing, standing next to a dead human head, a dead dwarven head on the ground.
Sorry, I genuinely thought there were going to be little kids who are out in the woods playing football, and I thought we could have a chat. I forgot where we were. That's on me, to be fair.
Well, we know now. And are you okay? You
Yeah.
look a bit groggy.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Why are there three of you though? You're not.
I'll cast healing word on him.
Dad, it's my turn to ride the dog. Oh, hi guys.
I come out of the woods shaking my
You
head.
can either roll Randy a bunch of times or just say the minute passes and your poison condition drops. Either way, you will shortly be out of being poisoned.
Okay, let's say I'm out of being poisoned and I took my time on it. Mostly because I'm used to going through detox.
Yeah.
I know I feel bad right now, but I know I just gotta suck it up. Ideally get a bacon butty, but in the meantime, it is what it is, man. How much did he heal me here for there, hero?
7.
7 extra hit points back.
I'll take it. Thank you
Right.
kindly, appreciate you.
Oh wow, yeah, got you kind of low.
Yeah, I got low. I got low enough for me to actually cast healing word on myself, and I'll try and do it subtly so that no one notices me doing that.
All right, and
Pius knows.
as Randy attempts to heal himself subtly, I think that's a great place for us to take a break. So why don't we take a short break, about 10 after the hour? Sound good to return? And we appreciate any of those who may be joining us live on Twitch. If you aren't joining us live on Twitch, that's great. We appreciate you watching this in the future. And
What's it like? Do they have flying cars?
yeah, it might be. After it's still taking me forever to get through that episode that Dave was muted for the entire time.
Oh, Dave, not me.
The other one, yeah, no, we couldn't mute you. Everyone would have noticed that and told me.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back, everyone. When last we left off, our party had dispatched a group of Nurgalids, some large fiends that were playing soccer, as us Americans would, or football like the rest of the world would say, with a dwarf's head. And that's where we left off. Hendrix, Lucius, and Randall standing, finishing the battle with right about where the dwarf's head had landed in front of Randall in the first place, laying there on the ground. What is everyone up to?
Can I take a look at the dwarf heads and see whether or not there's a slave band around its neck?
Yeah, you can give me either a perception or an investigation.
We'll go perception. 17.
Okay. Looking at this head, you don't seem to see any collar or any marks that there was a collar there either.
There's no ridging there or anything. This is a free person.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I now do a check on the creatures to see if they have any uniform attire, regalia, or sigils? 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 I feel like sigils.
I like sigils. The demons themselves burn up as they are destroyed and then essentially expelled out of the material plane, leaving no evidence behind.
No, that's interesting.
Anyone else up to anything?
What do you mean? Sorry. Well, hold on.
The fireball seemed to have done nothing at all.
The fireball did nothing. That's frustrating.
Maybe they're immune to fire.
Well, let me see. I can give you. I give you a third level slot of shatter, and I'll give you
third level,
second level wither and bloom, and one of those is a chaos roll.
Which means
I step away from you.
Yeah, as I'm right next to Pios as this is happening.
Okay. Yeah. Let us roll.
You'll be fine. There's no way I'm gonna. It's in that 20.
Okay, there you go. Good to go.
It's only on a 1. Okay.
Only on a 1.
I thought we were adding our mod rule that every round of pass or fail we added an extra number to it, but cool.
Oh, I should have been keeping track of that. But all right, I'll add a number to it, but still not 20. So
okay,
good.
Groovy. So that's for you.
Can I just do a quick scan of the fog? Make sure there's not. I'm mainly looking to see if there's any more of those figures, and if anyone was watching us or saw us.
Okay.
And is still watching us.
All right, go ahead and perception check.
17.
All right, scanning. You don't spot any other demons in the nearby area, and you're not seeing the. You don't see anyone watching. They'd have to be pretty close, so you're pretty confident you're good at the moment.
Cool.
Lucius is gonna grab like a piece of cloth out of his bag and put the head in it, and then start digging like a little hole so you can put it in there.
Okay, sounds good. Smaller so that it kind of fits onto the map where you guys hit it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, whatever. Close enough. All right, so you start to bury this head, and anyone else doing anything?
Maybe we should not sneak up on Maybe we should sneak up on people instead of just outright announcing that we are here and we want to play with them. Looking at Randall.
Yeah, no, usually Randall would be like up in your face, like blustering, oh, you shut your face and whatnot, but he's looking down on the ground just now and he's like, yeah, sorry. You're right. And we'll just look around, do a quick 360, looking up in the mist and the trees, and then say, should we head back on the road? I don't want to be here when it gets dark.
Yes, we need to find shelter if we are going to sleep here.
Oh, I've got shelter covered.
Can it be magically dispelled, though?
Yeah.
So we may need to find a place for you to do that, whatever you're going to do.
Well, I mean, it would be very hard for someone to see where we are.
We are talking about demons, though.
Yeah, Can demons see through magic?
They saw us when we were.
When you were what?
That was a fast cart that just went by.
I hope it was a car. Otherwise, it's a dragon with a fart.
Do not know. We need to move. Let's go. And Pius just walks on off.
Okay. So, I follow him.
Yeah.
Because we're leaving.
All right, where are you headed?
To follow the path. Keep on going. Heading west.
Same ritual.
Okay. Whoever's keeping a lookout, give me a
27.
perception check.
Oh, okay.
Whoever
27
you're
survival.
guiding.
Okay, am I guiding this time?
Well, if that would be survival, would be
Okay,
that.
27.
Yeah.
I got a 16 while looking about.
All right. You guys continue along the road for a good amount of time. Probably takes you another hour or so of travel. And you start to notice as you get a little further down the road what seems to be a small kind of settlement there along the road pathway. In fact, the road runs through it with walled and gated in kind of settlement.
Come back to the party.
Shall we?
Do we want to try to go inside?
Does it look inhabited?
It is wall and gated, so there could be people within.
Well,
Maybe Daisy could do a flyby.
Okay. And I'll let Daisy out.
Before Daisy goes, I want to cast guidance on her.
Daisy,
Okay.
come back.
and I'm going to cast.
Gentle.
Oh, no way.
Daisy, not you, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on Pios and reduce him down so he's small enough to fit on Daisy.
You see a small smile on Pius'
Oh.
Very, very tiny.
Daisy, come back again. Come back.
It
I know. I'm
I
sorry.
fill out
Callie. It's these
the
guys.
small little saddle that we have built for Daisy, and I place it gingerly over her back, and it should be a good fit.
Pius happily jumps on.
All right.
Gentle. That's the part.
One last thing, I'm going to do a performance of creation and create a bridle and bit and reins that fit inside her mouth and will wrap up into Piles' hands. That's
I
good
love
to
to
see how it's
use. I
I'm
love to
sorry
use.
about the
I have a
rain.
once per day ability to make a bridle.
Hey man, I want him to have pure advantage in any moment where he has to be dexterous whilst in flight.
No,
This
that's
to be
cool.
serious.
I love
And
it.
with,
I love
and with the animal handling of 16, onward!
Plus, it's a familiar, and we'll.
Yeah, I'm like, I watch him do that. I'm like, Daisy, just fly around.
All right, cool. So Daisy with the tiny little Pios now happily strapped onto Daisy's back goes flying over this settlement. It's like wooden palisade style gates around there. So heavy wooden timbers from what appears to be the local tree lines formed up with like kind of a catwalk across the wall areas on the inside. There appears to be guards patrolling. There are a handful of buildings within the walls. There are a few that are a little bit further out with like kind of farmsteads nearby. You spot people walking along the streets, seemingly going about their day-to-day lives.
They appear to be human, do they? Or
A mix of human, half-elf, a couple dwarves, a few
okay, but
halflings, or two.
nothing stands out like demons and devils and weird things of that nature.
No, nothing really
Okay.
standing out.
What time of the day is it? Is it I mean, you can give me an estimate, like
Yeah. So you guys had landed what was at least early morning for you guys. Or like, yeah, I think you were coming out in the first of the morning. It probably feels somewhere more around like lunchtime, like noon, 1-ish. It's really hard to tell in the mist, but it is
Mhm.
bright in here at the moment.
So, do we have a bag of holding?
No.
On the ship, you have a chest
was
of holding.
Shit.
Yeah, but it was a chest, but we don't have a official bag of holding. Okay, damn. Okay, never mind. That would be pointless idea then.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, but I want to get a good look at like the makeup of people, like clothing they're wearing, you know, types of styles and stuff like that. You know, enough to
Yeah.
like absorb to like figure out, if we can do magic to disguise ourselves, so be it, so.
All right.
Or at least, look, we have
Yeah.
to make ourselves look like that, so.
What color are they?
Yeah, that kind of,
Are they our height?
Or pick out like travelers, like, not like city folk, but, like what would be travelers wearing and stuff like that, so.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay.
To see like how much you're able to.
This determines what we look like when we go into town. So
16.
16. Okay, not bad. The general style seems to be very similar to that of the rest of the Leitong to your.
Oh, good. Okay,
Kind of.
nothing that stands out weird or.
No, they seem to be kind of normal. Now this is a kind of a waypoint town village thing, so it's probably more of like a middle class. It's not super poor, but it's not like the filthy, rich that you might find in a big city. So mostly sturdy, durable wear.
Okay, cool. Any distinctive taverns?
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely spot that there seems to be one tavern in this town. Like I said, it's not a huge area. It's,
Okay.
probably the one tavern that people stop at when they want to stop between the two if they're not pushing on.
Does it have an inn with it, or is it the inn separately?
No, it's like the tavern seems to be big enough, probably has lodgings.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I make a mental note of where that's at and all the other stuff, and then fly back.
Okay, perfect. You guys see Daisy come swooping down. Hendrix would feel, of course, Daisy.
lands on the arm.
So, it appears that they had average clothing, and it appears that there's one inn and tavern that is together, so we can look like we want to.
So Daisy told me that they all look pretty normal in the town.
Right,
What I
okay.
said, damn it!
Shooting finger at Hendrix.
I'll look at Piles and be like, you done?
I mean, are we killing anyone?
Whilst you're in a reduced form?
Trust me,
No?
I can get up close and personal and poke out somebody's ear or eye.
Is that a mosquito?
Why would you poke out their ear? That's a choice.
Goes to their brain. I can do up the nose, too.
In their ear.
Can't argue with the science. He's found a way into the brain. For someone his size, he could just poke his entire arm right into the
I
eardrum.
mean, I have a spear.
What
That's
happens?
what I've heard.
Too much.
It helps when they sleep, too. You just get right up and close and personal.
I mean, you gotta hear what you're saying, right?
What?
Nothing. Well, no, I mean, two things at least. Okay,
I say we try to
head on in
get lodgings as travellers coming from
from
east to west.
Sure. There's a wandering minstrel. That's the
What's
only
that?
thing I can possibly think makes sense.
This isn't the time, Randy.
That wasn't me. Someone's very good though. They hit all their chords. Yeah, I feel safe just to walk on in being ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are walking west down the road towards this town.
Yeah.
Who's carrying me?
If you haven't got off of the owl,
go.
you're still on there.
Onward!
As you fly, having the best time ever, I lean down and say mournfully to your badger, I don't know why he doesn't want to fly you. I don't know.
And actually, the badger, you don't have to lean down. He's a medium-sized badger.
Yeah, you're pretty short.
Yeah, he's like a very large dog, like probably about Great Dane size, or
Yeah.
maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
I'm going to absolutely befriend this winged badger.
Sounds good. All right, you guys march in towards the village. Pios is up, flying around. How long does enlarge reduce last?
Oh, not long at all. I was wondering when you were going to ask, because it's been hilarious so far. Hold on. I was busy looking at another spell, which is why this is taking so long. But if I can just keep on bluffing the conversation for long enough, you guys won't realize that I've just been Yeah, it only...
About a minute, right?
This is weird. It doesn't... Oh, that's why. I was like, what is that saying? It is 1 minute.
Okay, so
Oh,
probably the conversation I would have turned back in.
Yeah, but that's not as funny.
Yeah, I know.
I'm willing to roll 20 chaos sessions as I clearly break some meta magic law by keeping it going.
So, as the bird kind of takes off again, Daisy starts flying off again. Pios all of a sudden, comes back to full size and unable to at all ride this beast, and probably can't even keep his hands inside the tiny little bridle, will fall. Roll me a d6.
3.
So Daisy was about 30 feet off the ground when this happens.
Can I throw up a feather fall as a reaction?
If you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Do
feel
you
bad.
want to?
I feel like this is kind of like a little bit my fault. Just a tiny scratch. My fault.
Now, does that trigger a roll?
No, there's no roll. They just...
No, I mean for you.
No.
Okay.
On the chaos.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
What's it up to? 3 or 4 now?
Pretty high, honestly, if we're adding it on.
It's a bard. It's a bard. But my problem is I've used so many spell slots recently. That's the wrong button. Ignore
All right.
that.
Cool. All right. So as Pylos falls, you send up the feather fall, and he slowly drifts down to the ground. You guys continue in towards this town, and you see there are guards kind of standing around the gates. Some patrolling the walls, some by the front gates. Just kind of like nod at you guys and look at you as you walk towards the gate. They don't really seem to see anything too threatening about you guys, that they're worried about it. So they allow you to go in. They kind of note you just to, know who or what they're dealing with.
Okay.
Cool.
As we're walking through the streets, can I take note of the people who were in and around that entrance area, and to note if any of them are keeping pace with us in any way, shape, or form?
Sure, give me a perception check.
Not 7. Come on, not 7. Damn. 21.
There you go. Doesn't seem to be. They, the guards just kind of watched you. They kind of watched from the gate. Didn't appear to be like there's much traffic on this road.
Right.
So yeah, but other than that, they kind of watch you walk down. Now, being a small town, it's like the main road, the main highway kind of that goes around this island went right through the middle of this town. And basically the buildings are built on either side of this main highway, with walls that go around all of that. So as you go in, you see kind of like the normal hits. You see like blacksmith shop. You see like a woodworker shop. In fact, there's a human male with a kind of probably like older child female that's out there with them, and they're working on a piece of wood, like planing it out, sanding it down, getting it ready to be worked with. And they kind of watch you a little bit as you guys walk in. There's a general goods store. There is one, like, the largest building appears to be this inn and tavern building. A 2-story building, but that kind of expands a bit. So it looks like there's a bit of room, like there should be a decent number of rooms here. It goes, back well a bit further than the rest of the buildings that you spotted. And there's a picture of a insect on it, like a praying mantis on the cover of it. And written above it is the Mantis Lodge.
That's interesting. I mean,
what are you guys up to?
You've described the stores, and they are running as a parade essentially along the main drag.
Yeah.
In terms of behind that main drag, and in terms of dwellings,
Yeah.
do I get the sensation that this is more like this is the place where people come to when they need things from these places. And their dwellings are located like farmsteads further away. And they would only come into town for those certain things, or a market day. Or is there a sense of an urban sprawl where you've got more of a suburban breakdown?
Yeah, there's not a lot of extra buildings in this town. So it seems like that there are either shops that have above them, in the case of like the carpentry shop, there seems to be like an apartment sort of style thing above the carpentry shop. The blacksmith, there seems to be like a couple of smaller buildings that are out behind there, and almost like one small row of houses that kind of go behind the few shops and taverns that seem to cater probably to the locals that work in the settlement itself. But you do also spot like farmers that seem to be bringing goods in. You spot one with like a donkey that is leading the crops, like leading the donkey towards the general store, and there seems to be like various crops upon it, like like loaded with carrots and turnips and stuff like that. This is actually a dwarf, a female dwarf with kind of red hair tied back into two ponytails that are then like woven in together with like golden bands that kind of like keep the ponytails together.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's it. So we've seen humans, we've seen dwarves. Have we seen gnomes? Have we seen halflings?
Pios had seen them kind of walking around the street.
Okay.
And if you're looking for them in particular, you would probably see a halfling that is over by the general goods store, like sweeping off the steps of that store, and is like currently stopping as they see this dwarf kind of coming closer. If you're looking for the gnome in particular, you see the gnome is standing out in front of the tavern, kind of like leaning up against the wall with a tankard of ale in their hand, smoking a black root.
Oh yeah? Well, that's my guy. Okay. I think I'm gonna look at the other three and say I'm gonna see about trying to secure lodging. Do you guys want to head straight to the tavern, or do you want to check out some of the other places first?
As we were walking past the market, what's the quality of goods? Now I know this is like a farm, like local, but compared to the island we've just come from, like, is it a higher grade, lower grade? Is like...
Okay. Give me a perception check.
17.
17. Yeah. So everything looks nice and fresh here. Probably fresher than you're used to in the city itself. But like, you were just staying at the King's Palace and the Shield Wardens for the last couple days, so it does not quite look like it is that level quality of stuff, but good hearty country folk sort of food and goods that they seem to have. The general store, like the items that they have, all look more serviceable than fancy.
Okay, and it looks like they have an abundance of it. They're not low on food.
At the moment, it seems like things are okay. Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to get a picture of the, like, are they a port, like, state, island, like...
Yeah.
They seem fine. Okay. I'll, there's not much I'll do. I'll keep an eye on Randy.
Okay. Sounds excellent.
If you ever two want to go and grab a table, we could probably maybe talk to a couple of locals.
Maybe someone should go talk to that farmer, because he's coming from out of town, isn't he? The guy at the end of the road. Isn't there a farmer at the end of the road with a wagon?
Yeah.
There's the female dwarf who's got the donkey filled with
That's a woman.
stuff.
I speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, beautiful beard. Love it. I mean, it's not for me, though. No.
I'll
do not speak dwarf.
I do. I'll go over and greet the lovely bearded lady.
Okay.
That's a man, baby.
Hi.
Hey. This is all in Dwarvish, by the way.
Yeah. I'll respond in Dwarvish then. Yeah, that's fine.
Just
Yeah, it's fine.
A
Hey.
fair account balance. Your assets are acceptable.
We just travelled in from out on the road, and we got caught by some of the demons out there. We managed to get off. I was just wondering, she's alone at the moment, correct?
Yeah. She was approaching the general store, but you kind of were able to catch her.
Okay.
You know,
It looks
in the
like
middle
you've
of
just
the
come into town. How did you stay safe? Did you stay on the road?
Yes, we've got settlements a little bit north from here, but yeah, we stay close to the road, try to avoid any danger. My brothers are waiting outside the town.
Makes sense. You didn't come alone. I've never seen it this bad though. How long have the demons been so close to the road?
Yeah, where have you been?
I feel like in a drunken pit for the last I don't know how long.
Lucky to you then. Yes, it's been getting
Just
worse
trying
and
to forget
worse.
sometimes.
Probably the last 30 days or so have been really bad, but it's I don't know what's happening. I mean, ever since our regent got ill, it seems like everything's been going down.
Ill.
Yes, the region became ill. You were not aware? Perhaps you could explain to my friend exactly what.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
Nope. I am saying this, not even aware.
Sorry. It was just because Hendrix made a point of making Dwarvish.
Yeah,
Just
no,
because I assumed that there's not going to be many people around that speak it, so it's probably more of a private conversation.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't get involved.
You're good.
What illness? I knew things were bad, but I didn't know the island was sick. Isn't there anything we can do to make it better? Like,
I mean, the island, this all seems to be a sickness, but now, like, our king, he got ill, and his son has stepped in to take over until he gets better, or until he passes and we can officially, vote for a new king. But, I don't know. It's, since then, it's been weird. All the lodges have been different, seem to be acting strange. You got the guards seem to be patrolling, but they don't seem to stop these demonic creatures.
Do they wear collars?
Collars.
I hear that, and then in Dwarvish, I'm like, have you seen any like not ancient, runic collars on anybody?
Oh, I mean, there was one of the lodges came marching through a little while ago. Well, probably closer to the start of it. He had the guy that was the leader there. He had a collar on him.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I've seen one or two.
Pretty common now, then, I suppose, if you've seen a couple.
I mean, I don't know about common. There's none in this town I've seen, but I don't go to the big city.
Sorry, I never actually took your name. Apologies.
Oh, it's all right. I'm Edwina.
Edwina. I'm Hendrix, and I grab the hand, bow, and give it a kiss.
Oh.
Give it back.
You're the charmer.
Well, in a times like this, a little spark of sunshine. Please let me introduce you to my friends. And then I speak in common and introduce Randy. This is Randy. Lucian. Is Pios still here?
Yep.
Talking about from in the shadows.
Lovely to meet you. What's
We've just been travelling from east to west, like yourself.
Well, it's not too safe. Sounds like you guys ran into something on the road, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of trouble. Standard nowadays, isn't it?
It's getting worse, it seems. Yeah.
Oh.
So you're
Nope.
traveling. You're heading west towards Kylenium, or
Yeah, we have a friend, I believe, is going to be meeting us there.
Yeah.
That's if
We hope.
Well, you know how times are.
aye, yes.
Going to have a birthday party. It's going to be very fun.
The inn. This is the first time we've come to this town. The inn here, any good? And I see you're going to the general store. Is it worth a look?
I mean, if you want like some food and stuff to take on the road, I mean, it's nothing fancy, but we get by. The tavern, it's okay. I mean, if you want to go to a tavern, that's the one in Loros to go to.
Because it's the only one in Loris to go. Respect, really.
But no, the proprietor's nice. Ex-lodge member, as many.
Oh yeah, ex-lodge member.
Yeah, the Mantis Lodge.
Makes sense with the name.
Do we know what the Mantis Lodge is?
Would Lucius?
Would Lucius know?
I mean, Lucius can give me a history roll, I guess, and see how much he knows of this lodges.
I mean,
Could I guidance myself?
I can also
Sure.
roll history since I'm part of a lodge too.
Yeah, if you guys want to.
That's not why I joined a lodge. I don't know the history.
I'm not in a lodge. I don't belong to any kind of society. Don't be ridiculous.
Mostly mine is strategic,
Okay.
not the history of things. You know, how well do they fight? How good do they? That kind of stuff. I don't care about. This royal blah 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 is that royal blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Yeah, I mean, Lucius, you would have probably heard of the Mantis Lodge, but you probably don't have a lot of experience with them. Never really interacted with any of them, but you recognize the name of the lodge, and matches up with where you knew they were kind of located on this island. Pios, you would know that the Mantis Lodge they're also similar to you in that they are kind of like nature based. Like they like to stay in the forests and the heavily wooded areas. They really specializes on ambush tactics, on setting up the battlefield that they want to fight on, and being able to surprise their victims, their foes, and strike like quick, swift hits, and then they usually run. So they're kind of skirmishers and harriers of forces more than direct line fighters.
Is there any on our island?
No, the lodges in general they have their conclaves on their own island. The only time they really ever leave is for battle or sport.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't say anything just yet until we leave the dwarven lady.
And where are you all from?
It's been lovely talking.
It's fine.
Here is island to here.
Hellat.
We're from Ninius.
Ninius. I've never been there. It's pretty expensive to travel. You guys must be well off.
This is more like one of those very special occasions. Our friend in the city is an old friend from a long time ago, and we've not seen him for many years. But it's their 100th birthday, so you understand.
Yes. I remember turning 100. It was mighty occasion. Well, enjoy your time. I'm gonna go see to my prices on these turnips before they start to wilt here, and she looks up at the mist in this awful sun, and starts leading the donkey on.
And which way are you heading on in the morning?
Me? Oh, I head back west, but then north, not too far from the roads.
Interesting. We don't have transport. How much would you make on your journey heading north?
How much would I?
Right there. We need to rent that.
How much would I make? I mean, not really. I'm going back to my town, to my farm.
Oh,
So it's I make my money here, and then I just go to the town. Back, well, call it a town. It's like my house, my brother's house, my dad's house. Like a little conclave.
can I size up if this is the kind of person who would care about, how destitute are they? Are they so poor that money really doesn't matter to them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can give an insight check.
Sure. Okay, hold on. So 21.
No, she seems to be in a good standing, in a good position. Does okay for herself. She just didn't understand, because she's goes from this main town to her little conclave, which is
Right.
Maybe an hour north off the road. So
I'm looking at her cart, and is her cart pulled by a horse?
I mean, she's got a donkey that is loaded with bags, and she's
Right.
leading the donkey. There's no actual cart.
Is that cart big enough to fit all the bags and us in the center of it?
Well, there's not an actual cart, so it's the donkey.
Oh, it's a donkey with it laden on either
Yeah,
side of
it's
it.
just
Right.
bags that are tied on and strapped onto the donkey.
I understand that. Okay, no, that's fine. I completely stopped this line of questioning at that point when I realized that she does not have transportation.
Nope.
My feet are tired, and I wanted a ride.
Understandable.
All right. In which case, I'm gonna. It's been very nice to meet you. Good luck on your journey.
Yes, and you yours.
Let them get on with her. Tavern. We're gonna head up to this gnome that's hanging by the door, leaning up against it.
Mantis Lodge owns this tavern. They are much like us as far as ambush, sneaky. Be prepared for anything.
Tavern.
Okay.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah. Are they going to poison the beer?
Depending on who they are affiliated with and who have...
Well, let me just say this. I'm not at full health right now, and I am almost out of my spells powers at the moment.
What I'm saying is if they are in league with these demons, we could be in trouble.
I'm saying that if we get into trouble, I'm not going to be of any use.
Very well, Lucius can throw you at them.
Not about
that. On the side.
You don't weigh much.
It's fine.
Be like the giant boulder that hits
or
you.
I think it would just be me ending up being squished like a giant boulder hit me again.
I think you're right.
We could wrap you in armor.
I
don't think this tavern in this town is going to attack us as soon as we go in.
I do not think so.
It's enough travellers coming through.
But if they catch wind that what we are doing.
I mean, it's a bit of a classic trap, isn't it? Saying this is the only pub you can go to. It's called the Mantis Tavern.
Kill a bunch of their.
I'm going to walk into the
tavern a little bit ago.
I'm walking him up into you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right in the middle.
So you guys walk into the tavern. You pass the gnome that's kind of like leaning up against the wall, smoking his black root. You walk in and it's warm. There is a low fire burning at the moment. There seems to be like a large pot of stew that's like suspended over the fire. And it's like a large fire pit that seems to be in the middle of the room with like a big awning that catches the smoke and like leads it out somewhere. There is currently stirring that large pot. There is a tiefling male, kind of skinny. He's got like lavender color skin, small little pointy horns up front, and seems to be wearing just like sturdy leather like pants and like a loose shirt that was once white but has now been like splashed with food and various items throughout the day, like beer marks, beer stains, and things like that. There are probably about half a dozen people inside this tavern at various tables. Kind of, you hear that din of people laughing and talking and kind of joking around. There's a barmaid that seems to be walking around.
Do I easily see an empty table that we can just claim?
Yeah. There seems to be far more tables than there are people currently in this.
I'll point to a table out the way and wave down the barmaid and just say, like, signaling, we're going over there.
And she's got like a tray with some drinks on it, but she gives you a thumbs up and goes over and sets down the drinks, and then kind of will come over. Well, hello there. And now that you see, she is a blonde-haired girl, probably like 14, 15 years old. And she's got on like it's a dark green like dress, an apron that kind of covers it. It's like a brown leather apron. She's got her tray on.
Put it down to me on the table. Can we get 4 ales and 4 stews, please?
Oh, yes. Coming right up. Welcome to Mantis Lodge.
For the badger, can we get a 5th stew?
Oh, good lord, that's a large beast. See, his housebroken.
We're going to find out.
He's not the one you should be worried about. And I'll look at Pius.
Yeah, fair enough. And she walks off.
He will take meat.
She, as she walks by the fire pit, she goes, I need four stews, I guess, and can I get
Dra-
some of the dried meat in the back?
It could be raw or leftovers. It does not matter.
Oh,
You
bone.
have
Let them gnaw on that.
any sweet
Oh.
meats will do.
But I mean, we don't want to put you to any trouble. Honestly.
Anything that you have left over from cutting up chickens or...
The tiefling looks over at the girl. We have a bit of that bone I hadn't finished cleaning. You could give them that.
Perfect. Thank you.
She nods. She scurries to the back. You see her disappear for a little bit. Comes out with like a metal pan that's got like what looks like a cow bone that still had some meat on it. And then she sets that down, and she grabs 4 ales, puts that all like on a big tray, and like carries it over, slides it down, and then the male tiefling will come over with 4 bowls and a like basket with a little bit of bread in there, and sets them
Fantastic.
on the table.
It's amazing.
Welcome to the lodge. How are you all doing?
Very
We
well.
had
Got better now,
interesting
thank
day.
you.
Is this your place?
Yes.
Oh, so you would be the ex lodge member we were told about, just by the one of the dwarfs outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that would be me.
Nice to meet you.
And
What
Gio,
place you have here?
well, thank you. It's my retirement, I guess. Something better than getting stabbed and sleeping out in the cold, and
Yeah.
somewhere where me and my girl can relax and take it easy.
I can understand that. Well, now times have changed, and well, the lodges aren't what they used to be. Well,
Tell
maybe I
me.
shouldn't be saying that loud, really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you find not many lovers of them nowadays around here. Not since things changed. Not since the prince took over.
Yeah, it's definitely different since he's taken over.
Yeah,
Surprised there aren't more people saying the same thing, to be honest.
I think they're all afraid. Not many people have the guts to stand out.
Very true.
Anyways,
Shame.
I'm talking to you here. I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you need anything, we're here.
Oh well, if you've got lodging for the night, that'd be amazing.
Oh yeah. You need one bigger room, 4
if you
small
have-
rooms.
2 double rooms, or if you have a adjoining or a large,
I mean,
we've
we've got
traveled again long enough that we don't mind.
like the bunk rooms where it's got, like I have one with 6 beds, 3 bunks. I've got a couple of rooms with doubles. 2 bigger beds on each. Got large rooms for like the fancy ones if you wanted, but
A bunk room would be fine.
Yeah, as he's talking about the beds and whatnot, can I do a quick slow look around this bar to see if there are any potential beautiful loves of my life I may find?
sure. You can give me a perception check.
Yeah. 12.
I mean, there seems to be a skinny, long-haired girl with their back to you across the way, sitting at a table by themselves. Hard to tell. Decent enough form.
I'll look over and go, I can afford a double to myself. Honestly, it's not a problem.
Are you sure? I mean, I'd love to rent out the extra room. That's fine by me, but I just want to make sure you guys are accommodated.
Do us 3, and then he can do him.
All right.
People just think they're beautiful.
I look at Hendrix and I'm like, hopefully, I won't be the one doing me. Smash that drinks.
As he says that, I'll turn to the guy and go, "He's actually quite good with a fiddle. If you fancy a
Oh, really?
Yeah.
a light show."
Fancy a fiddler, I am the best. No, that's not
He
right.
loves playing with
Lua.
instruments.
Let me show you how good I am at blowing on my pipe. Anyway, yeah. Would you like a performance?
I mean, if you want, I don't have anyone for tonight. If you're gonna stay here anyways, if you wanna play
Yeah.
tonight, I'll give you your room for free, and then
I've got a song for you that I think you might like.
all right.
And I look levelly at Pios and I go, subtle, right?
Get my head.
Okay. I sing a very classic set of songs. Stuff that was taught to me by rote. these are sagas from yesteryear, which are acknowledged as the classic chanting stories. I know them. I can play them pitch note perfectly. They're incredibly boring for me.
All right, sounds good. You want to give a performance check?
Yeah, sure. That's dirty 20.
Yeah, he's definitely into it. And a lot of the people in the tavern kind of turn and look, and some start clapping along as you play.
Cool. Now I'm like, all right, if they're happy, I'm happy. I'm gonna use Mage Hand through the performance to grab beers from the bar and set them down at our table.
All right, sounds good.
Do I notice the blonde? Is she looking over this way?
Doesn't appear to be looking at you at the moment, actually. Kind of like pounds their fork on the table a little bit as you're playing for a moment, but then kind of goes back to eating whatever it is they were eating.
Are they at the table with anyone else?
No, they're at like a smaller table off to the side, and there's like a little window that looks out, and it seems like the chair's been pulled around a little bit, so the table's right up against one of these windows, and they're sitting at the like
So they're looking out
ahead
of
of it, looking out of the window. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. She's interesting. She's not just instantly into me. That's intriguing and therefore infinitely more desirable.
I'm willingly knowing that he's got her eye on her. I go chat to her. No, I'm joking.
And I'm like, I'm playing, and I'm like, I'm only 2/3 of the way of the saga. I literally cannot stop the saga now. You've got a good 10 minutes right now, and you know you've got 10 minutes right now if you want to.
I'm like, Pius, she looks alright. Why don't you go try?
What does she look like?
Well, it's hard to tell from the back. You got blonde, long hair, fairly thin, seems, but wearing, like loose-fitting clothing though, so it's kind of even hard to tell too much more than that. And their backs to you, so you don't see the face or anything.
Can't tell what species they are.
You can give me a perception check if you like.
24.
So you would spot that they're human. You would also probably tell it's definitely not a girl. It's just a very skinny guy. You know those guys with the long hair and everything looks nice and well kept. And from the back, you're like, oh, wow, she's... And then you see and you're like, oh, no. But you're able to spot something.
I'm glad I sent Pius over.
Pius kind of looks over at her and says, just looks back at Hendrix. She is not a she.
Like, right to in front of his face. You walk in front of... You go up to him right here, and then you go, she is not a she.
No. I mean, if we're sitting at a table...
better.
Yeah, I mean, if we're sitting at a table, Pius just looks over, doesn't even flinch or look up, and just looks back at Hendrix and says that.
Is there any indication that the person looking out the window has noticed this exchange?
All right, hold on. Let me...
Nope, and neither of you, hopefully.
I'm going to need that reaction to key me into the fact that there might be a reason for me to have a reaction. Without that, nothing.
Yeah, no, they seem to just be kind of focusing on their meal, looking out. They haven't turned around once yet to like really take you in, at least not that you've noticed.
Plus, they're human. I don't do human.
Incredibly awkward silence falls
That's a
over
little
the table.
racist there, Pius.
A mid spoonful, like.
What, could you imagine the kids? What are they, half gnomes? What would we be
Well,
calling them?
nobody said you have to reprocreate.
That is what you do when you
Now
get
I've gone
together
off the
with people.
tangent, just
You
thinking that the
procreate.
species would look like half gnomes.
Why else would you get together with somebody?
Gnomelings.
Nobody.
Oh,
You
Pius,
have
you're allowed to
children when
learn.
you get together.
Humomes.
You gnomes, I like it.
Humomes.
So, I think with that comment that he made, Lucius is going to go up to this person, and then he's going to point at Pius, and my friend over there thinks you're gorgeous.
He kind of like looks up at you. He's got like a blonde like mustache. I don't see a Sheila. Oh, what? If you could tell him, I'm not quite into that, but thank you.
He's gonna take it horribly, but I appreciate you being so easy about it.
Yeah, I get it. I guess. But no, I'm not that. I've got a girl, anyways. She wouldn't take too kindly of me straying, anyways.
Understandable. I'll put down like a gold piece here. Have a drink. It's all on me. I will get one.
All right. Thank you, mate.
And when I go back to the table, I'll look Pius in the eyes. He said he doesn't like gnomes.
Would I have heard any of that with my passive perception?
No.
No.
You're at the table with me.
Probably
I'm
not.
judging you already.
If Randy's playing, like
I'm literally hitting the third act start. I've got the dragon setting fire to the citadel. The princess is trapped in the tower. Will the knight get there, or will he be trapped inside the entangled roots? Come on, guys.
everyone's clapping along, and Randy's like up on the table at this point, loving the attention.
I look at Lucius and says, "So you're saying I should kill him then?"
No, I was joking. He's not into men.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not a lady.
Does
I'm
not
sorry.
bother me. Why should it? I mean, he is human.
I'm confused. Let's just have a few drinks.
Sure.
I love a Lucius prank because you bail on it because you're like, nope, that seems awkward. I'm not going to do it. No, thank you.
I can see it too. It's like his lodge would play pranks or whatever, and it'd be fine. But now he's like trying to figure out how to make it work with like other people.
He's like, hazing in real life is assault. That's interesting.
I found out they just laughed at a lot of his pranks.
Freshers Week is actually a cause for a restraining order. Interesting.
Once Randy's done playing the human girl barmaid, there will kind of come over. How's everything?
Oh, very nice.
Perfect. Thank you.
Everyone good on food and everything, drink.
Ooh, I think we could go a little bit more. Maybe another 2 rounds of ale. And can we get some more of that lovely stew, but get to like go bags so we can eat them up in our rooms?
Oh, I mean, you could take the bowls up to your rooms. We'll clean them up. You can put them out in the hall if you want when you're done, so they don't stink up your room.
Lovely. What's your name?
I'm Delvey.
Delvey?
Delvey, yes.
You own this place with your partner, who's the gentleman over there. Right?
As he starts saying this, I pick him up. I'm like, no.
And
I turn him around and look him in the eyes and goes, maybe the same height, but that's 14.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
He's a human. You've had a few.
That's my dad.
Live hard out here. She looks 35. Sorry, love. I mean,
He's blind.
skin regimen. It's called a hairbrush, you frizzy bitch. Okay. Anyway,
Only a little offense taken. It's okay.
I've been drinking, and it's honest. Well, you can't get angry at honesty. I mean, you can, but then you're just not being honest about yourself, are you? So it's really your fault.
Anyways,
Yeah, no,
You guys-
I will apologize at some point. Not
you
now.
guys want your rooms now, or you guys ready for them, or what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head up to the dude.
Which dude?
Yeah.
The one you thought was a
Dead.
girl. The one you still think's a girl.
Well, I still think is a girl, and I've been drinking. I'm
Yeah.
dropping truth bombs. This
Yeah.
can only end well. He's a skinny dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna tap her on the shoulder and say, which is hard for me, by the way. That's a massive jump up in the air. To do the then land down again. And go, hello. I see you were enjoying the music.
Kind of turn. Hi, mate. Yeah, that was really good.
I'm sorry. I thought you were a girl.
Oh, you're the one. I thought I told your friend I wasn't interested. I've got to. I'm not into guys, but
I'm not into guys either. No, I mean it's good. It would be fine if you were. It's not an issue. I'm gonna say.
No,
but
of course not.
no, it's just not my thing. Love the ladies. can't get enough.
Just quite a bit, but it's okay.
No, I mean, I'm into it. Honestly.
I'm sure you are.
Anyway, what's your name? No, wait, no. And I'm gonna just stop, turn around, and go, "Ooh, gold piece," and I'm gonna take it with me and walk off.
Hey,
Huh?
he's gonna smack at your hand. Hey, that's mine.
Ah! Oh, sorry about that. Is that not mine? I'm gonna fuck off.
He takes the gold piece and like shoves it into a pouch.
I will sleep on the floor in the main room with the guys, leaving the double bed room unattended.
Okay. Delvey will show you guys up to the two different rooms. Main room, like the bunk, is on the second floor in one of the first rooms that you come across. And if you desire her to still show you the other room, it'll be kind of down the hall towards the end. And it's a bigger room with two.
We'll drink and eat in here. We'll just take the key and you pointed to the room door. We know where it is. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, all right. Well, if you need anything else, let us know.
Will do.
Okay.
She leaves you guys with another round of bowls.
Perfect.
Cool.
Munch, munch, munch. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
All right.
Take a long
And
rest.
That is probably a great place to call it for the day, as it's about our normal time to end. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, all you amazing players. If you're looking for more XP Guild stuff, we've got a bunch of it. So tonight there'll be the Princess of Apocalypse game, which Lucius and Pios will both be there for. I sadly will not be able to attend, but Dave and I will be doing our Tuesday talks tomorrow. I knew we had a topic. My brain lost it.
All right. We may change it at the last minute.
Yeah. So that's kind of like our RPG/D&D talk show thing. We build character classes, races. We talk about world building. We do all sorts of things. It just depends on what either the fancy or, the news kind of brings up. Cool. All right. With that, I think it's probably a good time. See you all. If you want to find anything else, check our socials. We drop whenever videos are coming up. They drop there. I will be working a lot more on trying to get this annoying one out, and then I'll be back to our normal, faster release schedule, I hope. So thanks all, and goodbye.
Peace.